Hi, I'm Scotty. Welcome to my channel, Scotties Clock World. Thanks for dropping by. Right, next size. This is the time-consuming part, finding the correct sequence of broaches to carry out the job. Right, back in again. Continue to spin the broach round. Checking your alignment regularly. Aligning it with that post down the bottom, it makes it pretty easy to keep it at 90 degrees. You'll find it's easier to use half a dozen broaches to cut this hole out instead of trying to do it with one or two, because A, the thinnest part of the broach might be too fat to fit into the hole, and B, you don't want to overcut it. Next broach, we're getting there. We're starting to see a little bit light at the end of the tunnel. Once again, carefully cutting it. This time we're going to be getting relatively close to the size that we want for the bushing. Just keep working on that. Turn it round, check it in a different position. Takes a bit of time, but it's got to be done slowly. Otherwise you can run into diabolically serious problems. Because if you cut the hole too big, you've only got two ways to clean your mess up. One is to get out a center punch and start moving material around, which is an incredibly bodgy way to do it. And the other way that's equally as bad is to go up a couple of sizes in bushings. Yep, that's getting better. See if we can fit our final reamer in yet. Yep, we can. We're almost there. There's our black line. We've only got to go from there to there, and then it'll be a very slow operation with about a half a turn at a time to make sure we don't go too far. Alright. Oh, I haven't finished the last one yet. The other way, which is equally as bodgy, is to go up to a couple of larger sizes on a bush, cut the hole, put the bush in that, and then ream that out, and then put the correct size bush inside that, and hope that no one discovers the shocking mess that you've made. But they're the only two ways. Get our bushing, put it up the right way, then put it over the hole, and see, that is getting very, very close. That is getting very, very close. You can see it's part way in. I think it's still a little bit tight. I'll give it another light tap. I'll support the plate on there. A light tap and see if it goes in any further. Nope. You can see it's not moving any deeper. Down there. So what we do now, we remove the bushing out of the hole by pushing it backwards, and out it comes. So now, put our punch away. So now, what we're going to do now, find our hole, align the broach. We're going to take, there's our black line. You can see how close we are. We're getting desperately close and very nervous. We're going to take half a turn. I don't think that did very much. We'll do another couple of those and we'll test it again. Align it 90 degrees, there's our black mark. Unwind it outwards. Now bushing, upside down, turn it round, put it over the hole. and align it. That's looking pretty close. I'll give that a little tap. Yeah, that went in a tiny bit further than last time. I think we might have about got that right. Okay, bench vise. There we go, tighten the bench vise down. Now we want to keep the jaws open wide enough so that we can sit the bushing over the top and it doesn't get pushed into the jaws. See how that goes. One more, I think. All right, line the plate with your hand and a light tap. Yep, and again. And I think that is right. Won't be 1 second and we'll tap that again. Yeah, I don't think that's proud. I'll just check that. Get rid of our bench vise. I'll get a fine file and just run over the top of that to see if any of it's protruding. No, I think that's got it. Excellent. Put the files away. Now with our wheel. Won't fit in, of course. We've got to bring it down a little bit. So back to our fine broaches again. Find the correct size. And that's too big. Way too big. That's a little bit too small. We'll have a look at that one. Test it in the bushing. Yep, fits in. Okay. That's the one we're going to use. Which end? We'll use this end, I think. Put it into the pin vise. Tighten it down. Now, the hole in that bushing is very close to the diameter of the pivot, so we're only going to do, oh, went right through. There's a catch on that. Try the pivot, not quite. And try, oh, I think that one will be too big. Yep, too big. Put him aside and find a smaller one. Time consuming, but it has to be done. No, it's too big also. We're getting closer, I hope. No, that one's too small also. Right, this one's the next size. We'll very, very slowly cut a little bit of material out. Very, very slowly. I'll try that and see, because we're getting quite close. Halfway into the hole, but not quite. Okay, a little bit more. Get the correct orientation on the cutting broach. And it fits in there. A little bit tight, but we won't make any adjustment to that until we've done the bushing on the top. And then once we've done that, we'll put them both together and check, make sure that they're correct. All right, now we're going to do the same thing on that bushing there. You can see it's also been punched out with a hollow punch. So we'll run through that operation again, and then we'll come back and we'll put all the wheels in and check them out and see how they're all running. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about antique and vintage clock repair, be sure to hit the subscribe button or become a channel member to watch my videos ad-free. Thank you to my supporters: Don Dressel, David Phillips, Graham FP, Robert Hornman, Mike Messerschmidt, Stephen Watts, Sidus, Rolf,
Tony Paisley, Jeff Clements, Whitney Kovner, Walt Morgan, Dennis O'Connor, Robert Baldwin, Douglas Mueller, John, Martin Olivia, Douglas Rollinson, Bill Leeds, Getzip, Brooks Rowand, Jim, Scarla Dawn, Rodney Van Meter and Elizabeth Smith.